Hey everyone, we're talking about maximizing 2025. I got another tip for you today. I want to talk to you about the stretch. My name is Eddie Lawrence, and here's today's devotional thought. In Philippians chapter 3, where we were yesterday when we talked about Paul counting all of the stuff he had worked so hard for as trash compared to what he had gained in Christ, he talks about forgetting those things which are behind. You don't live life looking in the rearview mirror. You'll hit the ditch if you do that. But he said, I am pressing on. He said, I'm reaching for those things which lie ahead. And I want you to think about that word reaching. Reaching. God requires us to reach, to stretch. Now, I've been doing a lot of reaching this past week. Unfortunately, a lot of times it wasn't for the right things. I was reaching for that chocolate peanut butter Buckeye. I was reaching for those brown butter cookies my wife made for Christmas, that piece of pecan pie and so forth. Yes. But truthfully, in our walk with Christ, there is a reaching, a stretching that is required, and that requires risk. You have to face your fears and your uncertainty. And if the Lord's leading you to take a step, you may think, well, I've never had to do this before. This is new to me. I don't know if I can do it. But if the Lord's requiring you to do that, then stretch. It's not so much your ability he's after, but your availability and sometimes your flexibility. Will you adjust to what Father is saying? Will you change your plans in order to follow his plans? He will stretch you. And I've gone through some stretching seasons where when it was over, I didn't really recognize the person I was before it started. Because God's goal is to conform you and me, believers, into the image of his own Son, Jesus Christ. We're to change to be more like Jesus. You know, as John the Baptist says, may he increase, may I decrease. More of him and less of me until it's all of him and none of me. So I've got to work on not stretching for those brownies because it's too much of me if I stay there, right? You know what I mean. There's some things God's going to require you to stretch and reach for. If it's the Lord calling you, then take the step. Stretch. Be flexible. Be willing to change because the end result will be something you will thank God for. You know, even in the physical, stretching requires some pain and some discomfort. And so does our journey with the Lord. But he knows what he's doing. Your life is safe in his hands. Trust him. That's the stretch. Thank you for liking, commenting, and sharing this post. And I pray you have an awesome 2025. Until next time.